Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Do you guys think that the completionist right now is laughing his ass off after that, what was it, Discord phone call from hell that destroyed his career by two men that turned out to be just as big of liars as he was, right? And it's the ultimate irony, right, that the man that got exposed for lying about contributions and all that other stuff and where the money went and all that, the two guys got exposed as liars themselves. Oh, man, nobody's clean in this phone call, right? Is it a curse? What's going on here? I'm thinking, right, with all that money, I don't know, right? I have no proof. These are just fun thought experiments, right? If Gerard behind the scenes was funding all this stuff, right? Feeding information, sending out information to Billy Mitchell's lawyers, doing investigations behind the scenes, dropping clues for everybody on Mutahar's BS. And at the end of the day, guys, they're all the same. Right? They're all the same. And it's just incredible to me to believe, if you would have told me, back then, that we would be here where you would have, the Carl Jobs completely destroyed in court, right? Lost everything. Why? Because he made up a lie and he just couldn't say he was sorry, right? He just couldn't say, I messed up, right? And the other thing that's just mind blowing is that the two guys that accused him have pretend careers, right? One was a pretend journalist, the other is a pretend engineer. The only one who has a real degree is Gerard. The other two guys are making it up. It's like, degree stolen valor, if you will, by these guys. And, how much of that phone call was envy? You're never going to know now, right? And think about this. What kind of balls does it take to sit there, and for content purposes, go to the lengths that they went with this guy to completely destroy his career, when you know the shady stuff that you're doing in the background, right? Not being clear about a GoFundMe for, and trying to raise money because you're making it seem like it's an emergency, that another lawsuit is coming and all this crap. And then you say, well, I could have been clearer. I never mentioned the name Apollo. Jesus. And then the other guy, for 10 years, he's been pulling a Tallarico. Now that they're exposing everything that he said, 85% in the stock market, Mutahar, this guy is full of absolute crap. 85% in the stock market? What's the sample size? Did you just make 2 trades? 3 trades? 10 trades? There is no way, unless you're in Congress, right, that you're going to have that kind of record in the stock market. This guy, day trading, that is pretty close to gambling. And you're saying 85%? Jesus Christ, if you're at 55%, you're a millionaire. And he's got real estate going on. He's got cybersecurity. He's got the engineering thing going on. He's a CEO of his own company, video editing. Oh, my God. This guy's like, what was that? John Lovitz? They used to lie about everything, that character. Yeah, that's the ticket. That's a ticket. I'm an engineer. I'm a real estate mogul. I'm an investor. In the end, they're all cut out of the same cloth, right? It's like the Three Stooges of lying. It is just nuts. It's just nuts. Is it a curse? Is it a YouTube thing? Is it taking people's money? Is it that karma that's coming back to roast these fools? And taking away everything that they really value, right? Because at the end of the day, that really is what's similar about these three. That what they love the most is getting taken away. Mutahar, credibility? I don't think so. Oh, that's burning in hell right now. It's set on fire. I don't believe anything this guy says. He's one of the guys that I used to say, whoa, this guy's smart. YouTube is not his job. He's doing it the right way. He wasn't. It's all BS. It's all absolute horseshit. It's bullshit. Just like the, fake journalist, Carl Jobs, that said he was a journalist in court in the U.S., but he wasn't a journalist in court in Australia. Claimed he was telling the truth, claimed that he was going to destroy Billy Mitchell. There was going to be Billy Mitchell pieces all over the road after he got done with him. That he was, not going to stop making Billy Mitchell videos. And where you at now? He just got teabagged again. Another Billy Mitchell video. And this fool's out there quiet like a mouse. Not saying anything, making videos about anything else. Because he needs to shut up about Billy, right? If you know what's good for him. If he knows what's good for his own financial safety now, because that guy declared bankruptcy. How's the Completionist doing now? Who knows? He hasn't made a video in, about a year? You have to be a special kind of scum when people are starting to say, I miss the Completionist, right? You have YouTubers saying now I hate you. Content creators, now I hate you because you killed off that show. It was my favorite show. And because of you two guys, you destroyed it. And you guys are no better or even worse than he was. At least he wasn't out there pointing fingers at people, destroying them. He was just doing his thing on the side, lying to people on his own. Right? But, it's mind-blowing. Is voodoo real? What did Gerard do? How many nights do you think Gerard just sat there raging at night, just in a rage over these two fools, wishing them the worst because they destroyed his career. And it's like those Japanese curses where all his hatred, everything that was inside of him, everything, all his anger and vengeance came to pass. Oh, man. It looks like karma is real, even if it's bad karma, right? But if you're pulling out the wool over people's eyes, and you're trying to pretend like you're this great guy while you're lying to people, and then exposing other people that are supposed to be liars, while you're covering your own ass and not saying what you're doing, it eventually comes out. What a great story, right? What a great story. I never thought this would have happened, right? Did you see this coming out this way? Don't tell me that Gerard's not cracking a smile right now. Both of the fools that destroyed him got destroyed. All right, you guys let me know what you think. Is it karma? Is it voodoo? I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.